Hey friends! So today's video is going to be an updated eyeshadow palette, face palette collection because you guys asked for one right before Christmas and I got some new things during Christmas, so let's do like an updated palette collection because I have some new ones and I actually have like a place to keep them now. Yep. If you're wondering where I got my beanie, it is from Scumbag Co. I will post a link to the store in the description. Let's get started. Okay, newest palettes in my eyeshadow collection. Sultry from Anastasia. I'm so sorry I ever anti-hauled this product because I actually really like it. Like, it's a great wearable everyday. The look's gonna look good and the formula for these shadows are like absolutely perfect. It's the same kind of formula as Norvina, so like obviously I was gonna love it. Love it. My other newest eyeshadow palette I got from my lovely boyfriend. I got the Pharaoh palette from Menagerie Cosmetics. We still need to put in the email to get like the 2 replacement shades for these ones because the lovely owner of Menagerie actually responded to feedback saying that these 3 shades were too similar and she replaced 2 of them. And so she was like, if you have this palette, you can like email me your like purchase order or whatever, and then she'll send the 2 replacement shades and then you'll still get these 2 shades, which are both great and wearable and blendable. So this is a local company, Washington State. I love it. They just re-released their liquid lipsticks too, so I'm very excited. Let's just go through the other Anastasia palettes. I have Norvina and Modern Renaissance. Norvina is the newer of the 2. They both look like shit because they're velvet. Yeah, I've used this a lot. Like a lot. I mean, probably the shades that I have the biggest dip in: Base, Soul, Love, Wild Child, and Incense. Yeah. I love this palette. It was like my favorite palette of last year. Modern Renaissance, which I have hit massive pan on. Pan on Tempura. I'm almost out of it actually. Golden Ochre, Vermeer. I'm very close to Buon Fresco, very close to Primavera, very close to Burnt Orange, and very close to Antique Bronze. And actually getting pretty close with Love Letter too. I'm very proud of how much I have panned this. Very proud of that. I'm like, oh my god, I use so much. Another Anastasia palette that I have is the Artist palette from many years ago. This is probably many years expired at this point, but I don't fucking care because I love this color story. It's really fun. This, I don't know if they made like 2 different ones of the Artist palettes. I can't even see the back. See that? Can't see it. Oh, and then I have the Moonchild Glow Kit, which is a highlighter palette that I have hit major pan on Pink Heart. I'm wearing it on my face today. A get ready with me for this look will be my next video. It'll also be a rant about Amazon. Get ready. Another company where I have multiples from them, Juvia's Place Festival palette and Juvia's Place Zulu palette, both of which I purchased in 2018, and I am very glad that I did because the formula is really good. The color stories are really pretty. Festival, I think I prefer because I love myself a good mustard eyeshadow. Zulu's good too. It's just a lot like more vibrant, like it's a lot brighter. But these 2 shades in particular, creamiest fucking metallics. Like, they are so soft and lovely pigment. Ugh, these. They're fucking gorgeous. Hey, it matches my hat. So pretty. Oh my god. I love them. And they're great value. These are both under $20 each. A couple of other colorful palettes. I have the Block Party palette from Suva Beauty, which I got before the Zulu palette, but I wasn't as in love with the formula. I've used it in a video before, so if you want to see how it performs, I did it in like my full face of indie makeup brands, but I will probably end up giving this to my sister just because like I don't use it. Like, I really don't. I kind of regret buying it because the Zulu palette is a better formula, and I don't know. This one does have a mirror, so like that's a plus for it, but I don't know, these mattes are not the most blendable. The shimmers are nice, but the mattes are kind of like meh. And also Suva has done some weird shit as well in the past, which came to my attention after I purchased this, so I was like, damn, shit. I have a great rainbow palette actually from NYX. This is the NYX Ultimate Brights palette. I believe this was like $17, so it's not cheap for the drugstore, but these are actually really nice shades and like they're decently pigmented for the drugstore. So if you're just wanting to get into like bright shades and you want like a semi-rainbow palette, like this is pretty rainbow. Like it's not, there's not like a true orange, maybe. I don't know. It's a good palette. It's expensive for the drugstore, but it's definitely cheaper than like some of the like more like intense rainbow palettes that you can get from like indie brands and stuff like Viseart. But this is good. Speaking of Viseart, I do have a Viseart palette that I got 2017, I believe. This is the Dark Mattes palette. I do love it. I don't use it as much anymore just because I got way more into like brights for a while. So this wasn't like what I was gravitating towards. I'm gonna try and use this more during the winter time because it's such a good palette. Like it's such a unique color selection. Like that color selection does not exist in like another palette, and it's so nice. Like it's definitely a companion palette, obviously, because there's like no light shades in here. It's good. I like it. Would I ever buy it at full price? Hell no. I only bought it during the sale. My hair is just like getting in my face. Why did I put a beanie on? I don't know. Anthony Padilla, help me. A couple of MAC things I have. The Patrick Starr quad from his spring collection. This is the quad Play With Me. It's pretty. It's a really nice kind of everyday quad for me. Personally, I liked this collection that Patrick did with MAC probably the most out of all of them because the other ones were kind of like bland. This one was pretty. It was really vibrant. It was really like fun and springy and matched his personality, and I liked it a lot. This was one of those like gimmicky products that I gave into, and I'm not mad about it because I actually do like all of the powders in here. It's just a blush, a bronzer, and a highlight trio, and it makes sense with how big everything is. Like you would probably have the most bronzer because you're gonna put it on more of your face. You're gonna have the least amount of highlighter. So like the design of this made sense. The one thing I wish is that it wasn't like a tin like this. I wish it just like opened up like that instead of it being like a magnetized two pieces. But that's just my one gripe. I love the design of it. I love mixed CDs, and this was from the Jeremy Scott collection like a year and a half ago. I believe that Patrick Starr thing from MAC was the last thing I actually did purchase from MAC though, and I'm trying to not purchase from them anymore. These are just things that I have that I bought before. Speaking of things that I have that I just bought before that I'm not supporting anymore, I have two Kat Von D palettes. I have the Shade and Light eye palette, which I might end up decluttering. I haven't decided yet just because I do have the Sultry palette now and I rarely reach for this because it is kind of big. I don't know. I don't know what I want to do with it. I don't like depotting things because I've never found like a way of doing it without breaking like a bunch of shit. This is also very old, so and then I also have the Pastel Goth palette, which I do like and I do still use. Not as much anymore just because I felt a little bit sour with Kat for a while that I just didn't want to reach for this, but I also didn't want to get rid of it because like I like the palette and I don't want to throw something away that I like because I spent my money on it before I found out that this person was trash. You know? A couple of more inexpensive palettes I have. I have a sleek makeup palette that I got from a subscriber many years ago. This is the Vintage Romance Eye Divine palette. It's actually not a bad like smoky like purpley tone palette. The one gripe I have is that like most of these are shimmers, so that's kind of annoying. And like the pigmentation on them are fine. Like it's nothing to write home about, but it's good for the drugstore, definitely. Like Sleek was started out as like a UK based brand, I believe, and then they came to Ulta. So these are nice. They're really compact, which I appreciate. They all look the same on the front, which is kind of annoying. I wish that they had like different logos. This is the one I don't have the heart to throw away because I got it from a subscriber and I appreciated it very much. And then I have a gross as fuck, cute as fuck, how about gross as fuck, ColorPop, Yes Please palette. Yeah. I used the fuck out of it not this last summer, but the summer before, summer of 2017. And I haven't touched it that much lately just because it doesn't have a mirror. I don't know. I've been trying to get through Modern Renaissance, but this is a good palette. Like this is a good palette. The thing with ColorPop palettes, they put out so many palettes that look almost exactly the same, but like they're always good. There's just so many repeats of them. This is the one where I feel like they haven't made like total repeats of it because it's like truly a warm palette and it's very much like a lower end dupe, I guess, of the Natasha Denona Sunset palette. I hate that it's white though, because it gets really gross. Like you can't even see the extent of how gross it is because of the lighting. Okay. Next we have more things that I purchased in 2018. The Lunatic Cosmetic Labs contour book. I have used this very much. I've used it, like I've used the fuck out of this. Like I've used like almost every day. It's such a good contour palette for us pale folks. I feel like I've fucking talked about this more than a lot of things lately. This is a palette that I have, and it's a contour book. So if you have a complexion like me, check this out. Thank you, Kimberly Clark, for not shutting up about this brand. I have two Melt Cosmetics palettes. I have the Gemini, which is no surprise. I love it. And then I do have Smoke Sessions, which I haven't actually been keeping in this basket because it's a lot more fragile. So I've been like keeping it level in my desk because a couple of these shadows did try and escape on me. Black Widow and Mean Green. I feel like Mean Green is the worst offender of all of them. But like, wish they weren't so fucking soft, but they're so fucking pretty. I don't know. I haven't had the same issue with Blue Dream. It's these ones that I've been having issues with. Matches my aesthetic today. I love this palette. I just wish it wasn't so messy because I don't travel with this. This is definitely not a traveling palette. Sisterhood of the Traveling, no traveling. So I have a singles palette. I have a combination of Inglot shades up here. I have some MAC shades. This one. I think those are the only MAC shades. Yes. I have some ColorPop shades. This one. Yeah, all of these are ColorPop. And then I have some Tarte shadows that I actually got accidentally for free inside this palette when somebody put singles in here, and then I took it home in its box and I was like, wow, this is really heavy. Lo and behold, there were fucking 9 Tarte eyeshadows in here, and I was like,
I did not mean to steal 9 eyeshadows.
But I did, so you know. And then I believe this is Dallas Box Blush from Benefit. Why I have it in there, I don't know. I don't know why it's there. And then my last and final palette, which might be one of my oldest, is the Urban Decay Electric palette, which is a palette that I will literally never declutter because I love it so much. And it's such a, like, I wouldn't say it's like versatile, but like it's such a good resource to have in my collection because I can truly have like neon shades. Like this shade right here matches my hat. Oh, look at that acid green. Fucking pick. That's such a pretty color. I love this palette and I'm never getting rid of it. So that's that. Let's see. Am I missing anything else? I don't think I am. I think that was everything. That is my new and improved eyeshadow palette collection. I do not see myself purchasing any new palettes in the near future because I am very, very happy with this current collection. I feel like it's a good size. It's not too big. I've seen so many people have these like giant eyeshadow palette collections where it's like, these are things I haven't even opened and it's just like a pile of palettes, and I get overwhelmed with stuff like that. I'll buy palettes when I want it, but like trying to keep buying new things to a minimum in general. This is my collection. I like it. I don't want to add to it at this moment in time. If anything, maybe like more single shadows, but in case anybody's wondering if I'm planning on getting the Melt Blueprint stack,
no.
It was very disappointing. You're gonna fucking advertise this like all blue stack and then only half the shades are blue? Come on, Melt. And like 2 mattes that are again dark. So frustrating. Anyway, that's a tangent I don't need to go on right now. Today's song of the day. Today's song of the day, it is from a band called I Will Keep Your Ghost. I saw them play live the other day. They played with my friends Sleeping Lessons and Douse, and it was lovely. Song of the day. More Fiction. It's off this record they just put out called Options in 2018. They're really fun, kind of like 80s, kind of new wavy vibe. Like I like very unlike anything else that's coming out of this area at the moment, so I'm digging it. If you like synthy stuff, check out this band called I Will Keep Your Ghost. They're good. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this was helpful. I don't know, like I've been trying to like balance the like kind of videos on my channel from like generally like rantiness to like just really kind of chill videos. So my next video is going to be ranty as
fuck
and probably very scatterbrained. So get ready for that. Haha.
Haha.
Thanks for watching, y'all. Thanks to my patrons. You're amazing. Please hit that subscribe button if you like this video and if you want to see more from me. Yeah. See y'all in my next one. Bye.